What's up guys? So today I'm going to take you through a really cool triceps exercise. It's a triceps exercise you might not have seen before. You might have seen it before. I have shared it previously. I've written a few articles about it for tnation.com and various other places. I regard this as one of the best tricep exercises that you're probably not using right now. It's a little bit different. I call it a triceps armbar, and I'm going to take you through that today, just a few kind of variations of it in this quick little YouTube video. So the triceps armbar, largely we're going to be working kind of that long head of our tricep. Now most people target that long head in more of a stretch position when doing stuff overhead. Now when you're doing stuff overhead, it can cause a little bit of aggravation in some people's shoulders. You also need to think that the long head of your tricep is only worked in that stretched position when it's overhead, whereas actually you're going to work well by doing more shortened ranges of motion, like kickbacks and things like that. So almost keeping that elbow back so you can fully shorten that. This is completely different to that, because with this one, we're working on that function that many people kind of don't know about with a triceps long head, in that it adducts your humerus, adducts your humerus. So it kind of brings your shoulder inwards, okay, or it brings your elbow inwards towards your side. Now, what we're going to do with that triceps armbar, we're going to lie on our side, and I'm going to demo that in just a second, and we're going to kind of come into this position here. So we're going to be working that long head of our triceps just in a very slightly different way, all right? Now let's just dive straight in, and I'm going to show you some variations. We're going to start with the basic dumbbell variation, and then I'm going to show you a kettlebell variation. I'm just going to explain why I like the kettlebell variation as well, probably actually over the dumbbell variation, but this is kind of the original version of it, all right? Now, for this triceps armbar, we're going to get ourselves completely on our sides. Now you can kind of go like knees here, kind of like a recovery position there if you want to. I like kind of knees in here. Now from there, we're going to have that arm just out in front, just resting wherever's comfortable. If you want to, you can have like an AirX pad or something for your head. That's completely up to you. I don't feel as though I need one. Now, here's the main movement. So we're going to grab kind of more towards the top of that dumbbell with our little finger, our pinky, kind of resting up against the top. And we're just going to start with that on our chest. Now we're completely sidelined here, and we're going to really flare our elbow up, all right? Now as we extend our elbow, we're keeping that almost slightly in front of our torso. So we're never going to bring it there, obviously. Look, you can just see how that load just pulls me there. We've lost a lot of tension there. But we're going to keep it straight down in front. So all the way down, keeping the elbow flared out towards the side, and kick into that position there. So we're maintaining a lot of tension in that long head of our tricep in that arm bar position. Now, if you're very familiar with an exercise called the Tate press, it's kind of here, then you'll see or you'll notice some similarities with that one. But personally, I do prefer an arm bar because there's a lot more tension maintained at that top point, okay? Now that's the basic variation. I tend to recommend with that one around about that 12 to 15 rep range. Now, give it a go. What you'll probably find is that initially it's going to feel a little bit weird, it's going to feel a little bit awkward, and that's because you're not kind of used to that position. But what you will find is that even on that first try, you'll get a lot of tension, a lot of load through your triceps exactly how you want them. And if you're not getting a big triceps pump with those, you're not working hard enough, okay? Now give that one a go. I'm going to show you the kettlebell variation. Now the reason I like the kettlebell variation, and I've written a bunch of articles about kettlebells and arms training, and basically how because of the unique kind of leverage factors within the kettlebell, how it loads you in a different way to a dumbbell. And also that's why I like it here. But with the kettlebell, we're almost kind of having it back on our wrist, okay? So we're keeping a lot of that load back behind our wrist. We start in that top position there, we come all the way down, just notice that kettlebell kind of wraps around and then behind, okay? So all the way there, keeping that elbow flared and extend. So that's the triceps variation. Now this is an 8 kilo kettlebell that I'm using, and even this one's challenging. Again, another great option, I would argue. Well, I personally enjoy the kettlebell a little bit more than the dumbbell, but play about with both, see what you think. So we've got two variations there for you to try, one with a dumbbell and one with a kettlebell. As I mentioned before, I probably actually enjoy doing the kettlebell one a little bit more, just because how that load is throughout the movement and just the general feel of the movement. And obviously, if you know anything about me, you know I'm all about the feel of the movement and just doing what feels right for you and those angles. But the dumbbell is a great option as well. Give them a go, let me know how you get along, and feel free to tag me on social media or comment below on the article.